Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles the Bandsman. Welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. Today we got a show that's going to piss off a lot of people, and I don't give a damn. So let's just go ahead and get into the topic right now. Look, it is clear that LeBron James, Rich Paul, and Klutch Sports and LeBron fans are desperate. They are desperate to have the narrative be that LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time. They are desperate, and they are doing every single thing they can in their power to try to manipulate the minds of NBA fans to see LeBron as better than Jordan, or at the very least on the same level of Michael Jordan. I never thought that. I always thought this GOAT debate was made up of a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Gilbert Arenas, who's a friend to the show, I've argued with him. He has LeBron at number 2, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you are talking about. I've seen Jordan play. I've seen Kobe play. I've seen LeBron play. I'm sorry. Jordan and Kobe are better than LeBron. And I'm just sorry. I refuse to jump on that train. But nevertheless, they refuse. And many of us out here have speculated over the last few years why all of a sudden people on television like the Shannon Sharp, the Nick Wrights, and others have been going up there talking about LeBron is the GOAT. And then all of a sudden, miraculously, all of these various sports media publications, all of them started having the same rankings. And then all of a sudden, when you post these type of videos, you start seeing bots in your comment section talking about posting these athletic articles and all of these different places with LeBron ranked number 2. I'm like, what's going on here? What is going on here? There's something untowards taking place here. But then something interesting happened last night. What's that thing that happened? Well, yesterday, I came across a clip from Nick Wright's channel on YouTube. And in this clip, Nick Wright was referencing a ridiculous report that was created by Tom Haberstroh, who's a journalist like himself, that was basically proving or trying to prove why Michael Jordan's 1988 Defensive Player of the Year award may have been fraudulent. And at the very end of the audio that we want to play for you guys, Nick Wright publicly confesses that, look, I may have had something to do with this. And at that moment, it became clear to me of how LeBron James and Klutch Sports and their media plans work and how they have been targeting Michael Jordan's career for years. But before we even get into what Nick Wright had to say, this video is brought to you by our sponsor PrizePicks, which is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. PrizePicks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting 2 entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is want to play exactly what Nick Wright had to say, and then want to come back and react to it. Take a listen to that there.
Get the Pulitzer Prize ready. Oh my goodness, Tom Haberstroh. Yahoo Sports, a 6,000 word opus with firsthand video evidence of something we've also always suspected, but Tom has blown the lid off it. Michael Jordan's 1988 Defensive Player of the Year award, fugazi, fraudulent, inflated stats. How about this from Haberstroh on Yahoo Sports? Just dropped. So Michael Jordan recorded the largest home road splits in Defensive Player of the Year history. So what does that mean? So Michael Jordan, that year that he was chasing the Defensive Player of the Year award, On the road, when there was seemingly, a neutral scorekeeper, he averaged 3 steals and blocks a game, or per 36 minutes stocks. But at home, those numbers jumped to 5.5. Now, was he just better at home than on the road? Is that common? I don't know. It's a difference of 182%. Say it again, DeMonte.
How many ass stocks was he getting?
Oh, I don't know how many ass stocks, but this is just Defensive Player of the Year, so it's just the stocks, just steals and blocks. Tom Haberstroh got full game footage. How about this? Full game footage where he could watch and track every single play of 6 Jordan home games in 1988. The game film in those 6 games, Michael Jordan had 12 steals. The home box score, how many extra steals could they have given him? 2, 3? He had 12. The box score, 28! There was a game where they credited Michael Jordan with more steals than the other team had turnovers. Might put a little different hue on the old GOAT conversation. Everyone should read it. It just dropped. It is Sports Pulitzer, Tom Haberstroh. This is you know what I call this? Real journalism. What a legend Haberstroh is. I haven't read it, but you might say, Nick, if you haven't read it and it just dropped a few minutes ago, how do you have all this info? I might have been aware that something like this was coming. I might have been behind the scenes consulting on the project. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just here for a fair and accurate reading of NBA history. That's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted.
So you heard what Nick Wright had to say. These guys are desperate. LeBron James is desperate to convince people that he's the GOAT. The problem is it's not working. He's tried everything. They are trying everything. They go out there to get the biggest voices in sports and they try to influence them to say that he's the GOAT. LeBron is not the GOAT. In my view, he is not the second greatest player of all time. I have him in my top 5. I have him number 4, but he is not better than Michael Jordan. It's not even close. I have Kobe Bryant ahead of him. I think Kobe's better than him. I think he's a better two-way player, better scorer, way more mentally tougher. And it's not going to take as many shortcuts. LeBron has been building. LeBron's not even ashamed at this point anymore. He tried to get everybody. 2019, he tried to get Kawhi Leonard, a Finals MVP, himself, and Anthony Davis to go out there and win it. And then we'll have the courage to stand up and be like, well, I'm better than Mike. Like, are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Has it come to this with these people? Is this where we are in this conversation? This is how they have been targeting Jordan's legacy. They knew that the only way for them to make this thing a debate was they couldn't do it on the merits. So they now had to find a way to target Jordan and poke holes in his legacy, but it's not working. They have not been able to convince NBA fans at all. The only thing LeBron and these guys have going for them right now are the people that he has arguing on his behalf in media. The minute he loses those, it's over. They're the only ones that are up there preaching this madness. The only ones. That's his whole strategy. If Gilbert Arenas all of a sudden says, I don't think LeBron is one of the top 5 players or 3 players, he's going to lose a huge segment. Kendrick Perkins already turned on him. He had Kendrick, he lost him. Then Stephen A. Smith refused, although he has him at 2. If Stephen A. Smith, if he does something to piss off him, he might just say, okay, I don't even think he's 1 to 5. He loses him. Who does he have left? He has Nick Wright. He has Chris Broussard to a certain extent, but I don't believe he has him in the sense that I'm talking about Nick Wright. But Chris Broussard views him as the second greatest player of all time. I disagree. But the minute he starts losing these people, he's lost. Because then what's left is the resumes. And you can't argue against Jordan's resume. You cannot. You cannot argue or dispute. You cannot do it. I think the distance between these two guys is the distance between heaven and earth. Some people feel a type of way. I really, really believe that Jordan is way better than LeBron. I think he's way better. Way better. I think Kobe is better, not by the same margin that I have Jordan, but I think Jordan is in a totally different realm from LeBron. I don't think they're close. Jordan is by far the better defender, by far mentally tougher, by far more clutch, by far the better offensive player, and dominated in ways that LeBron could never dream of. Although LeBron has had 10 to 12 times the amount of talent that Jordan played with. 10 to 12 times the amount of talent that Jordan played with. 10 to 12. And still is still playing, trying to catch Jordan. LeBron gonna be playing till he's 65 years old, still trying. He will never catch Michael Jordan. It won't happen. That says something. Jordan won 6 championships in 12 years with the Bulls. Effective years. Effective. Because he missed a year. Then he played 2 with the Wizards. Effectively. For 50% of the time he was winning championships. Jordan played, what? 12. So he played, what, 11 seasons? Yeah, 11 seasons with the Bulls. And he won 6 championships, three-peated 2 times. 2 times he three-peated. From 1990 to 1998, the Bulls never lost more than 2 games. And you bringing me LeBron James? Are you even joking right now? LeBron that just a year before he didn't even make the playoffs. Play in? Are you joking right now? Not last year, the year before that. Are you? Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? If you replace Jordan with that team, you think they don't at least make the play? Cut it out. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comments, and we catch you on the next show. Peace.